Joe Big Bob. So, how are ya? I am worn out. I'm at the brink of tears. I know I don't look like it, but I've been through some real stressful hours here in the last 24 hours. Just stressful. And all I can do is just turn my eyes on Jesus, put my faith in Him. There's no family member, there's no pastor, there's no leader, there's no YouTube video, there's no exciting new adventure with Jethro Gibbs and the NCIS team. Matthew Weatherly. I'm out of my mind. I'm just so tired. I think it's Matthew Weatherly. Bull, the show Bull, the TV show. Marissa Hardicay, the girl from the Law and Order show, she was on last night, and she directed this particular episode of Law and Order. She's been on there 20 years. And what happened was one of their team was accused of doing something nefarious, something bad, and it was all based on the fact that this woman had been overly drinking, and she woke up in a compromising position next to a man, and she assumed that man had done something to her. And you might wonder, well, gee, Bob, what does this have to do with the Daily Devo or with anything? Well, it rings vaguely familiar to another friend of mine, a good friend of mine, who was at a home and in a vicinity to a cousin, and then the cousin had a dream, and again, people are accused of things they didn't do, and even the family drama that is encapsulating the hours around my family right now is not brought in from outside. It's a triangulation. It's a good-hearted people trying to do their best to. I don't really know. I mean, I think that they have every good intention, but the result is just, it stinks. The result stinks. The result is not right. The result is just, you get a text message that says, and you're literally cocooned into your little nest. You got your little pillows all tucked in everywhere, and your eyes are closed, and the alarm's going off, and there's these announcements and these predictions and these. So I called the family member who was quoted in the text, and the family member said, "That's a knuckles guy. That's a head scratcher." I have no idea why, and it just made me think. You know what? It's like a reality check. You got to do a reality check. A reality check is when someone says, "Well, 2 and 2, that'd be 5. 2 and 2 be 5. Look here, 1, 2, 5. See there, 5. Can it stay alive? Number 5." And you're like, so you check with Google and you talk to your old math teacher, and who's doing that? My math teacher has been dead for years, I'm sure. Back in 1976, he was an old man. He was talking about in pre-algebra or whatever I was taking. He was going, "Yeah, well, it's all downhill sledding from here." He's in Southern California in a town called Upland, and he was out there talking about downhill sledding. I'm like, he was from Wisconsin or something. It was snow all the time, I'm like. So reality check. One of the words that is Oxford Dictionary's word of the year is toxic. Toxic. A toxic wasteland. A toxic person. The people who do things to other people and when the ties in with gaslighting. Gaslighting is when you're trying to make somebody believe something and doubt their own sanity. I know that 2 and 2 is 4. I know that I'm here in my bed. I'm cocooned in. I've got pillows. I've got blankets. I've got my little knit cap on. I've taken my contact lenses out. My little feet are cozy, warm, and toasty under the blanket, and I'm ready. And then people are writing, and well, yeah. I'm like, I'm right here. I'm not pushing anything. I'm not saying anything. I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting here in my little bed. I mean, yeah, we saw you over on the interstate, and don't lie to me. Tell me the truth. You were on the... I said, well, I'm not on the interstate. No, I'm in my bed, and my car's parked, and I'm, well, we heard tell. Why would they lie? It's a total gaslighting job. So, if I may just say to you kindly, that we've got to, as people, as believers, point our family, point our critics, point out in Jesus' name, point out in Jesus' name what's real, what's true, what's right. I had a little, I guess it was a really minor situation yesterday where, I added up all the numbers, I took away the numbers, and I had a math problem. And the math problem came up with a certain answer. Well, people were up in arms about that. So I talked to the person on the phone. I said, okay. And this person, here's probably the point of the message today, is that why go nuclear? If I had a title today, it'd be why go nuclear? Why does everyone have to go nuclear? And you know what I mean. Don't pretend like you don't know what I mean. I'm never. We're always. And just wide, sweeping, swathing pronouncements of, and we love you, but, and they have a wide swath with a broad knife, which is slicing everything out of the burning bridges. And just, why do people go to the nuclear, to the napalm, to the big cat grater, just taking out all the, they're doing a project. I haven't gotten to see it yet. I'm sorry. I haven't seen it yet. But up above, I'm going to write it down right now so I don't forget to go and look that out. Devil's Gate Dam. Devil's Gate. You're going to go to the devil? I'm going to Devil's Gate Dam. Yes, don't get excited. It's there in La Cañada, the brush clearance. All right. Hang on for a second. I'll talk to you in a few.